everybody. My name is Sanvi. Today we brought to you. Today we are bringing you a new video. Since all of you were asking in the comments when is your birthday. I already told you my birthday is on Diwali, so we are going to do a Diwali special video. So let's start today's video. So we got Good Night Stories for Rebel Girls 2, and this is Good Night Stories for Rebel Girls 1. So these two books are pile-in collections, authored by Eleanor Family and Francesca Cavillo. These books are brought to you by Timbuktu Labs. Thank you, Timbuktu. Now let us watch this book. It will be so much fun. So my today's plan was to meet all of the rebel girls who are in this book, but some has, some don't. To meet some who are still alive, those rebel girls I want to meet from these two books. So what do you think, which of your favorite rebel girl can be inside this book? Which is your favorite rebel girl? So let us see this video. It will be so much fun. Watch till the end and subscribe and ring the bell button to receive all notifications. Like and share this video to all your friends. I would love this video to be shared. So this video is brought to you by Timbuktu Labs. We will have so much fun. And this is Good Night Stories for Rebel Girls 1. So I'm going to tell you which are my favorite stories from this book. My favorite story is Hatshepsut, who is a pharaoh. This is her positive message or a quote. I have restored that which was in ruins. I have raised up that which was destroyed. This little picture illustrated, and 50 different artists have illustrated the pioneers in Good Night Stories for Rebel Girls, both the books. Now this is the story. Long before Cleopatra, a woman ruled Egypt for 25 years. Her name was Hatshepsut, and she was the first woman to ever become pharaoh. At the time, the idea of being pharaoh was so strange. And these are the times the woman was born and her death, and these when she lived and what that things. So she was in 1508 BCE, before Christian time, before Christ. This is 1458, and she's from the Egypt. And now I'm going to show you my second favorite from this book. My second favorite is Nina Simone, because she's my favorite because the illustration is so wonderful. That's why she's my favorite. She looks like this in real life, and this is this. I tell you what freedom is to me, no fear. This is a story, and she was born on February 21, 1933. She died on April 21, 2003. This book tells the woman can be anything, girls can be anything, and they could fight for freedom. If what they wanted to do, they can do it. And my third favorite is Serena and Venus Williams. Since they have won so many awards, my mother loves these pioneers too. Says I'm really exciting. My mother has won a lot, and I'm really sexy. She's from the United States for America, and she's a tennis player. The both ones are tennis players. This is my fourth favorite, Velma Rudolph, since she couldn't walk because of a terrible disease called polio. And I have read her story many times, she's famous in the whole world. She has she has competed lots of races I have read in these stories. I've already read her story in the book, because I already know her story. And I'm very inspired by her quote. My doctors told me I would never walk again. My mother told me I would. I believe in my mother. I do it too. I follow it too sometimes, but not always. And it says to write your own story. I haven't wrote my own story yet. So next week, I will show you the story I have written over here. And I haven't drawn my portrait. I didn't even realize. And these are the Rebels Hall of Fame. And 60 female artists from over the world portrayed the pioneers in this book. Sorry, not 50. So these are all the little illustrators, and this is the acknowledgement. So why they have think of writing this book. It's so wonderful. And here the message is that everybody think about this book to be rebel to everyone. I'm going to tell you which one are my favorite from the Rebel Girls 2 book. My first favorite is Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie because her illustration is so wonderful. I like T.S. Abe's illustrations. They're so powerful and so wonderful. For example, she has wore this dress, and her picture is illustrated by these sketch pencils. I also have them. I also drew a lot of portraits with them. Many portraits, but some. And she's a writer. I would love to meet Chimamanda in real life, but I don't know when, I don't know how. My next favorite is Hedy Lamarr. She's an actress and an inventor. She looks so beautiful. I like Martin Signori's this illustration. It is so inspirational and so real. And look how her hairs are. I like them. She's so beautiful. She's exactly looking like me in some ways. And she didn't try everything meet everybody. That's the secret of life. I have showed her in the Rebel Girls 2 video that was presented last week. I did it. And I have often loved this story. I have read the story 200 times. My next favorite is Hortensia, who is the orator. She was born on 42 before Christian time BCE. And she looks like this. It says, why should we pay taxes when we have no part in public office? I really like her story. It is so inspirational stories. If we read the stories, we will have inspirational dreams. All these people have inspirational dreams, and they have proved that girls can do anything they want to. My next favorite is Nefertiti, who is a queen. She looks like this. This is the story long ago in ancient Egypt. This is one of my favorites from the book. I have researched her name, and there's also a upcoming documentary coming on Nefertiti where she's lost and where she's died. I don't know where. Her story is a mysterious story. I was scared listening to her story. She was born on 1370 BC. If you get this book, you can read Nefertiti's story. It is very mysterious. It's scary also, but don't try to be scared. My next favorite is Rigoberta Menchú, who is a political activist. Her message is very inspirational. I have read it many times. Also yesterday evening, I got beside her and I have read her message many times. It was inspirational. And whenever I opened this book, her page was slipping in the front of the book. So it is very interesting story. It marks. My next favorite is Sappho, who is a poet who invented a new form of poetry called suffix stanza. She wrote lines of verse on papyrus scrolls. That was a paper that used to come, that was available in the 16th centuries, And this is Ruben Bridges. It says racist slogans at the gate. And her story is this story because it's inspirational. She proved that what looks like beauty is within all of us. She proved within. We should not judge everybody from the color of their skin, just like it's written in the story of hers. And I would love to page in the next My next favorite is Temple Grandin, who is a professor of animal sciences. You know what? I wanted to meet Temple Grandin from a long time, but I couldn't meet. We were going to go to Temple Grandin's TED Talk, but we couldn't because of this coronavirus spreading. I would love to meet Temple Grandin, by the way. She's my favorite rebel girl of all the worlds. Who was diagnosed from autism, and they hired a speech therapist for her. Like, her story is very, very unique, interesting. Since the most important thing people did for me was to expose me to new things. This book was a real and true inspiration, proving that girls can do anything. And here Francesca Cavillo and Elena Savelli has marked us a note that thank you for sitting by us by the fire. But I don't know what fire they're talking about. The fire in which we tell each other stories, that one. I've already written last time in this book. This book belongs to whom? It's my name. I have written my name over here. And my mom also loves plenty of stories from this book. Like, this is my favorite book. I wanted to prove it. So girls, this book takes us on a great upcoming adventure. These two books take us to an adventure, and these two books are translated into more than 100 languages. And these are my favorite. I got this book for free in English language because I'm good at reading English. I can understand it clearly. Not Hindi. So these books are one of my favorite books of the entire world. I would like to thank my parents for giving me this book. It's inspired from the story so much. Last night I had an inspirational dream because I had read these books all night. Like, it was so dreamful like that. So I really like these books. So thank you. Please, you can also buy this book on Amazon.com. And please visit Rebel Girls Co. website. You can find it on Google. It may not exist you out here. So these books have got me, like, a woman is fighting and she died in an accident. Like, some who are activists, queens, politicians, doctors, scientists. There are a lot empresses. There are lots of people who authored this book, who illustrated this book. There's so many artists there's 60 different artists who have illustrated the pioneers in this book, and my teachers are also talking about their favorite Chinese languages from this book, because this book is more fun than I imagined. Thank you. You can also buy this book. You will also have beautiful inspirational dreams when you sleep at night. So you will be a rebel woman. You will, and when my name will come in this book, I will be rebel or not such. So this book has taught this. We have gone to an adventure and a journey from this book that we have to prove that we are rebel in every sort of ways, but we have to identify how we are rebel. And please answer my question, how are you rebel? So now, if you like this video, please subscribe, and you can buy these books on Amazon.com. And I'm also receiving, and Timbuktu Labs are sending me the Rebel Girls 3 book online that will appear on my birthday. That's my birthday gift. So I will review that book on next week, because it will be gifted next week. That's why. So this video was fun part. So Elena Savelli and Francesca Cavillo took us on a fun adventure from this book, and they're telling a story sitting by the same fire. So if you like this book, please subscribe. Bye bye. And happy birthday to me in advance. Please keep on writing in the comments if you have any questions about this book. We will surely answering it for you. And if you don't have comments, the comments is disabled by YouTube. So you can ask us in the community section, and we will be sending the link of these books in the description. So bye bye. We would love to meet all of the Rebel Girls. It's our pleasure. So we could meet. Bye bye. Tell me if you want to meet any Rebel Girls. Tell me which one of the Rebel Girls are your favorite. We would love to see which one are your favorites. Bye bye.